take the first question. What's your opinion of the voter ID law? Do you think the judge ruled properly in the case, and do you think his injunction should be made permanent?
Well, I fought to repeal that, and I think he did do I think he made the right decision, because it isn't so much about the ID, it's about who can obtain the ID. I have a lot of senior citizens in my district that were afraid because, you know, before 1937, people, they didn't even need to have a birth certificate, and it was just, it just made them a little hesitant on trying to, you know, go out there and work the computers and try to get what they need to get the ID. And that's the main reason I fought against the voter ID, and I think the judge did make the right decision.
And you think it should be made, the injunction should be made permanent?
Permanently, I think it should be paid permanently. Because it disenfranchises so many groups of people.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Gear?
In regards to voter ID and election issues, I've got several issues. So I think voter ID is actually necessary to keep elections fair, because everybody wants to have a fair election, and that's, you know, part of what we're all about. But you know, there's certain things that take place, because even locally, you know, we haven't purged the voter rolls, and without ID, you know, you could vote in more than one place, because you could be registered in more than one place. With the voter ID law as well, it didn't do a very good job of addressing absentee ballots, but we know that votes are very important. I'm not trying to take anybody's vote away, all right, but we know, and my opponent is on record as saying that he knows that voter fraud exists. It's just, and it's been said nationally, they just want to say that it's insignificant. Well, you know, when they say that less than 1% of voter fraud is insignificant, nationally we would have elected 2 different presidents. And locally, we already know that 1 or 2 votes would have changed the outcome of several local races. So, you know, it is important to get it right and correct. When someone votes at the wrong precinct, potentially if they're on the border, they're not even given the proper ballot. In other words, if someone's in Bullskin 2, voting in Bullskin 2 instead of Bullskin 1, they wouldn't even be voting for Mr. Mahoney and I. They'd be voting for somebody else. And so that's why all of this is, I believe, that it's important to have fair elections. You know, and we know in Fayette County as well that we had the Boris personal care home situation that took place. We also know that there were electoral offices that weren't put on the ballot, that were supposed to be put on the ballot. And we also know, even right now, that you know, our current representatives embroiled in a potential situation that needs investigated. I mean, even your headline in the paper, when we're talking about things, is there's a grand jury to probe voter issues. So all this comes out, and you know, hopefully we get to this. I'd like to know what the status of this is, because you know, it needs to be investigated. But I think it's stalled out, and you know, and there's many issues that go along with that. Whether I win or lose, it's not about me. It's about, you know, having fair elections and having, you know, I wish more people were registered. You know, only half the people that are registered to vote are actually registered. You know, and voter turnout is always key. We want to have more people come out and vote, but we want it to be fair.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.